Hello, YouTube viewers. It's Cynthia Michael from Square Productions, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called "The Difference Between Sentai and Power Rangers." Now, like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I will try to do my best not to be so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. So anyway, let's get into the difference between Go-Go Sentai Boukenger and Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. So let's start with the plot line for Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Now, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive is the 15th Power Ranger series. It had 32 episodes. It started in February. It started in February the 26th, 2007, and ended in November the 12th, 2007. Now, since and also Power Rangers Operation Overdrive was the 15th anniversary season of Power Rangers to mark the 15th anniversary of Power Rangers. Now, the story goes like this: a long time ago, two brothers named Moto and Flourish were seeking a powerful crown with the juice called the Corollan. So basically, two brothers finally found it, but each brother wanted the power of the crown for themselves. But once they touched the crown, they were cursed and turned into these hideous monsters. Flores was turned into this hideous Iceman, and Moto was turned into this hideous fireman. And they got imprisoned so basically they got imprisoned in their own evidence to sleep in eternity. Now, the Guardians, the Center Night, and realize the crown is this crown will fall into one hand. It could be disastrous. So he separated the Jews from the crown. That way the crown won't. While the Jews, the crown is basically useless. The crown is basically useless while the five Jews attached to it. So basically, and he scattered the five Jews and the crown into separate places on Earth. Now, in the present time, a billionaire explorer managed to find the cloud, and therefore, by finding the cloud, help Ferris and Motor being set free to their elemental prisons. So basically, the spirit of the Center Night told him that you have set evil forces free, so therefore they will come to the crown. So the Center Night told him that to make your own group, use your wealth to create your own ranger team to find the Jews from the evil forces of Moto and Furious and other evil forces as well. So basically, along with his team, his android son Mac, who is the Red Ranger, Will, a spirited Beast, who is the Black Ranger, Dax, a stuntman, who is the Blue Ranger, Ronnie, a professional race car driver, who is the Yellow Ranger, Rose, a super genius, who is the Pink Ranger, and an alien named Tarzan, who could turn his body into liquid. They must stop the evil forces to get all the Jews and keeping the crown, or away from keeping the crowd away from the Jews that these evil forces are trying to use to take over the world. So basically, that is Power Rangers Overdrive in a nutshell. The whole part of Power Rangers Overdrive in a nutshell. Now, let's get to Boukenger. Now, Boukenger is the 30th Super Sentai series and marked 30 years of Super Sentai marked the 30-year anniversary of Super Sentai. It had 49 episodes. It aired from February the 19th, 2006 until February the 11th, 2012. Now the story of Boukenger goes like this. There's a secret non-government funded group of non-funded Super Sentai group that goes around collecting ancient relics from ancient civilizations and whatnot. So basically, this Super Sentai team is a non-government funded Super Sentai team that goes around collect ancient relics and whatnot and dangerous relics, to keep away from evil or keep away from evil's hands. Now the name of this government. Name of this foundation is called SGS. Now, I couldn't find what it stands for, but the Super Sentai team goes around collecting these ancient objects. So sometimes they have great power. So basically, what they do with the most dangerous objects, they make sure those objects doesn't fall into wrong hands. But doing so, the Boukengers had a lot of evil forces. A lot of ancient evil forces don't like the idea that that the Boukengers are taking these powerful items and locking away from being used. So basically, therefore, a lot of evil forces are gunning against the Boukengers. So basically, that's pretty much the Boukengers in a nutshell. The whole plot for Boukenger in a nutshell. So let's see what they do and don't have in common. Now, in the Sentai, the Boukengers were explorers and archaeologists, were explorers that collect items from ancient civilizations and keep dangerous items with powers away from evil hands. Now, in the Power Ranger version, the Rangers were formed after the witch four free the forces of evil who want to seek the power of the crown and the Jews to take over the earth. Now in the Power Ranger version, the Red Ranger Max, who was an android. Now in the Super Sentai version, the Red Ranger is not a fucking android. No, only in Operation Overdrive that the Red Ranger Max was an android. In the Sentai, the Red Ranger is not an android. Now, Furious is technically Furious technically he is an original character in Power Rangers, but at the same time he is based off a bad guy, in the Sentai. Now, the bad guy in the Sentai that Furious is based on was an evil priest sorcerer, but they kind of used that, kind of changed his character for the Power Ranger version. So basically, Furious is a original bad guy for Power Rangers, but he is based off a bad guy from the Sentai. So basically, Furious is the original villain for Power Rangers, but at the same time, he is based off a bad guy from the Sentai. Now, Kendo. A lot of people suspect that Kendo might be a original bad guy for the Power Ranger villain. No, he's not. Kendo is the original bad guy from the Sentai that is adapted into the Power Ranger version. Now, in the Power Ranger version, each of the Rangers had their genes has been getting powers. Now, those powers are Mac has super strength, Will has super senses, he can hear and see far away distance. That had increased agility. Ronnie had super speed, and Rose had invisibility, and Tarzan was an alien that could turn himself to liquid. Now, in the same time, none of the Rangers did not have any special powers. They had any special civilian powers in the Sentai. So, in the Power Ranger version, the Rangers had powers in the Power Ranger version, but in the Sentai, no. Now, when it comes to in the Sentai, the priest that Furious is based off in the Power Ranger version, and also in the Sentai, was not the brother of Motor in the Sentai. Now, in the Sentai, the character that Furious is based off in the Sentai, the evil wizard priest, was not brothers with Motor. Now, in the Power Ranger version, Motor and Furious were brothers. Now, when it came to in the Sentai, and both in the Power Ranger version, that Motor did turn the Sixth Ranger into a monster, and therefore he was forced to work for Motor in the Sentai and also in the Power Ranger version. Now the Fear Cats. The thing. Now, when it came to the Fear Cats, getting that power upgrade in the Sentai, just like in the Power Ranger version, Furious gave the Fear Cats the same power up, like in the Sentai. So basically, the way they gave the Fear Cats their super upgrade, and just like in the Power Ranger version, Furious gave the Fear Cats their super power upgrade as well. Now, in the Sentai, the six Boukenger did have a beef with the Fear Cats for over something else. Now, when it comes to the Sentinel Knight, in the Sentai Knight was a powerful magic sword that can transform into a humanoid form. Now, in Power Rangers version, the Sentinel Knight was an ancient knight who died after separating the crown from the power for separating the crown for the five powerful Jews that was attached to the crown. And later he kept on showing up in episodes as a stick, but later, after getting a powerful sword, he managed to combine with the sword and therefore gave him a physical form. So basically, what I'm trying to say, in the Sentai Knight was a magical sword that can transform into a human form. But in Power Universe, he was a spirit that fused together with a powerful sword just to give him a physical form. Now, the Battle Riders did not exist in Power Rangers. So the Battle Riders did not exist in the Super Sentai. So basically, the White Rangers Battle Riders did not exist in the Super Sentai version. So, in case you're wondering. So basically, this is in the Six Rangers color was called Boukenger, but in Power Rangers he was called the Mercury Ranger in Power Rangers. So basically, in Sentai, the Six Rangers color was he was called Boukenger, but in Power Rangers he's called the Mercury Ranger. So basically, there's a difference between the color, so basically the Power Rangers people thought that that the silver looked like more like a Mercury color, so they was like, fuck it, just call him the Mercury Ranger in the Power Ranger version. But in Sentai version, he was his costume is silver. But anyway, this is and in the Sentai he was the Silver Ranger. In the Power Ranger version, he's the Mercury Ranger. Now in the Sentai, the Rangers are funded by a non-government foundation, but in the Power Ranger version, they are funded by Max, which being their father. So basically, that's another thing they didn't have in common. And also in the Sentai, they had a special computer AI to help them out. But in the Power Rangers version, they had Spencer, the butler, who worked for Max's father, and to help them out with their adventures. So basically, that's just another difference between the Sentai and the Power Rangers version. So anyway, this has been another difference between the Sentai and Power Rangers. This has been another difference of the difference between Sentai and Power Rangers. Come back next time when I'll be doing Becky Ranger and Power Rangers Younger Fury. So anyway, this is Michael. Sign off. 1.